So our first recipient is going to be Dr. Michael Welsh. He is the Roy J. Carver Professor of Internal Medicine and Molecular Physiology and Biophysics, Director of the Papa John Biomedical Institute, at the Roy J. and Lucille Carver College of Medicine, University of Iowa. Now, those of you who've been here before know that as a special thing that happens now, as each awardee approaches the stage this evening, you're going to hear a piece of music that they have chosen. And this has become quickly a cherished Gairdner tradition. It offers a fun and sometimes insightful glimpse into what drives our laureates. So Dr. Welsh has chosen If You Could Read My Mind by Gordon Lightfoot. Good Canadian content. So I'd like to invite Dr. Welsh to the stage. Mike?
Like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong, with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me, and I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost you can't see. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts could tell.
Thank you. This tremendous award and this tremendous honor. Gordon Lightfoot, Canadian icon, folk singer. Unlike this Canadian icon, I can't sing. I can't wax poetic. And as you may have noticed, I can't dance either. But you know what? Unlike in the song, you don't have to read my mind, because I'm going to tell you what's on my mind. And the first thing is that this an enormous thank you. I'm deeply honored by this award. I'm so impressed by the Gairdner Foundation and Canada that they've made this a week-long event with a focus on education and science. This celebration of research can inspire our young people to become the next generation to carry this forward to advance science. I've had the great privilege of contributing to an arc that begins with people with CF, extends through discovery of cellular and molecular basis of CF, to development of highly effective medicines, and comes back to people with CF. For me, this arc began when I was a third-year medical student. I stepped into a clinic room and heard the harsh cough of a little girl, probably 7 or 8 years old, repeatedly coughing, struggling to breathe, using all of her accessory muscles to breathe, and producing foul sputum. I learned the time it took each day for her to take all of her medicines, and all the things she couldn't do that other children would be doing. I learned she would not live into her teens. She's burned deep in my memory. As young faculty, I cared for people with CF, but no matter how hard I worked, I couldn't stop the progressive lung destruction because I was not treating the underlying problem. When Lapchi Choi and his colleagues here at Sick Kids and Francis Collins at Michigan discovered the mutated gene, they called it CFTR. It causes CF. And I thought if my research could help understand what goes wrong in the genetic disease, maybe it could help people I was taking care of on the wards. And so through our basic research, we discovered what CFTR does. As you saw in the video, it's a chloride channel, how it works, ways that mutations break it, and that it's not always badly broken. It's not so badly broken that it couldn't be repaired. Then Paul Niglescu and his team developed these highly effective medicines that work directly on the mutated channel. The results have been better than I could have hoped for. Before, people could not plan their lives. They didn't know if they would graduate from high school. They didn't know if it was worth trying to think about going to college. They didn't date because those things were just not on the horizon. Now they can make plans for the future. They're getting married. They're having children. They're running competitively in the state cross-country meet in Fort Dodge, Iowa. As a physician who's cared for people with CF, watch them struggle and die, this is simply unfathomable. I could not have imagined this. There's so many people I need to thank for this. My parents and family are the most important. My parents set an example for me of hard work and an emphasis on education. My family have given me so much joy and supported me through the good times and the bad. I could never have done this without them. Two of my most amazing grandchildren are here with me today. During medical school and residency, it was physician scientists who gave me my first exposure to research. I loved it. I've had the joy of working with bright, curious students, postdocs, and staff. Their hard work and their ingenuity is what has led to the exciting results recognized by this award. I'm indebted to my terrific colleagues and collaborators. They provided critical sounding boards, and through collaboration, the work progressed much faster than I could have ever had done alone. The University of Iowa and its leaders created an environment where inquiry was encouraged. The National Institutes of Health, the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and the Howard Hughes Medical Institute provided the funding and gave me the freedom to pursue the research whatever direction it went. All of these people and all of these institutions contributed to the advances we celebrate today. I hope they will all take joy and pride in what we did together. Finally, I'm indebted to the people with CF. They've inspired and support us. Let me give you one example, an example I gave today in the laureate lecture. That's Kay Van Thornout. She also is burned deep in my memory. She participated in many of the studies we did. And these weren't just studies to test a new drug to see if it worked. These were studies just to help us understand the disease. By understanding it, maybe we could make a difference. I remember one time sitting on a bench, wooden bench, just before Kay was going to go in for a study that we were doing. And I asked her, Kay, why are you doing this? And she said, I know this won't help me, but maybe it will help somebody else. The most noble human spirit. It did help somebody else. It turned out that Kay's daughter ended up having cystic fibrosis. She is now benefiting from the medicines that her mother helped produce. Thank you.